That is the new theme, courtesy of Mark McLean on Jazz FM 91. It is 9:37 in a career that has spanned over a quarter of a century. Mark McLean has done it all, from leading his own ensembles on stage and in studio to being a first-call musician for some of the biggest names in jazz and other styles of music, including Catherine Russell, Ricky Lee Jones, Michael Feinstein, Marilyn May, Darren Criss, even the late George Michael. While he's been calling New York home since 2000, Mark's heart's always remained in his hometown. So he's back in Toronto for some very special events, including 2 shows at Jazz Bistro with his trio, and to celebrate an honor being bestowed upon his great uncle, Cy McLean, by Heritage Toronto. He's also, celebrating some recent Emmy nominations for his work on the PBS series Acoustic Rooster and his Barnyard Friends. And it is a true pleasure to welcome Mark McLean back to the studio here at Jazz FM 91. Good to see you, my friend.
Likewise. Pleasure to be here.
Could you stop being so good at stuff, please? First of all, congratulations on the Emmy nominations.
Thank you very much.
I mean, this is a big thing. We're used to the Junos and the Grammys and the musical stuff, and now delving into that world. Not your first foray into writing for film and television.
No. I started back in 2020, so it's still fairly new.
Yeah. How did you get involved in this project?
Well, this project, actually, our mutual friend Keith Power recommended me for it.
Yeah.
And there was a blind audition process that I went through, so it went through a couple rounds.
How did that go? They just asked you to write some stuff, here's the theme of the show, come up with it?
Well, it was actually, they were like, let's take a song like Old MacDonald Had a Farm, because Acoustic Rooster is about jazz for preschoolers and teaching them to listen and work together.
Yeah.
So they wanted an arrangement of Old MacDonald. So I did one, and they ask you to do revisions each round as they get closer.
Right.
And they eventually picked me and wanted me to do the show.
I love it. Thank you for sending. You sent us a little snippet. I want to play. This is the main theme, right, for the show?
Yes.
All right. This is the main theme. I'm on my way from Acoustic Rooster. Emmy nominated. Mark McLean has written this one, and here's a little taste of it.
I'm on my way. It's always jazz that I will play. I've got the skills so I can thrill on this guitar. I'm on my way and I will play that jazz music. And I say this rooster knows my musical crow's gonna take me far.
So great. How much fun was that?
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
I bet.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
And we were just talking when we were listening. Tell us a little bit about, so you did all the instrumentation for this?
Yes, I did the score and I co-wrote the songs.
Yep.
And the instrumentalists were primarily in New York musicians, horn players. I played piano and drums.
And the singer?
That is Dominic Bell.
Love it.
Who plays Rooster, and he's based in Atlanta.
So great. Now, there's another honor that's happening. We're going to talk about the gigs, but I loved reading about your great uncle, Cy McLean, who is going to be honored by Heritage Toronto February 2nd. This is part of Black History Month. I had no idea your great uncle, was a musician and broke down some barriers in the 40s at some of the Yonge Street venues.
Yes.
How aware of his musical lineage and his history and the work that he did were you when you were growing up?
Well, it wasn't until I honestly started to get into playing music. Maybe our first year at University of Toronto, my dad was like, "Hey, did you know that your great uncle was this piano player?" And he showed me this newspaper clipping from the Toronto Star, and I was like, I had no idea.
Wow.
I had no idea. But yeah, he passed away in 1986, I believe, so I never had the chance to meet him.
Right.
But he mentored Archie Aline, which I didn't know.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how I started a relationship with Archie, too. He reached out, and I had no idea.
Wow.
Yeah, and they broke the color barrier in 1946, playing on Yonge Street at the Colonial Tavern.
What does it feel like for you to know this?
Oh, well, I think I chose the right career path.
Yeah, right?
It definitely feels right. So,
speaking of which, I mean, your career has been pretty outstanding. Mention some of the names of the people that you've been playing with, and that's just a few. I mean, you've been playing with some of the best of the best. And despite living in New York since 2000, you've maintained a strong connection to Toronto.
Oh, absolutely.
Why? Why is it important for you to do that?
Oh, it's home. Everything started here.
Yeah.
Everything started here, and I think when I first got to New York, I was thinking about like all those great New York drummers, like Brian Blade, Gregory Hutchinson, like those guys that made me want to live there. And I remember doing a session somewhere, and someone said, "Hey, where are you from?" And I was like, "Toronto." And they go, "Oh man, you got your own thing going on there."
Did they delve into that? Like, did you find people saying when you first moved to New York, Oh, okay. You got that Toronto sound.
Yeah. Well, not so much, but
Okay.
it was just different. It wasn't like the bebop lineage and stuff
Sure.
like that. Like, I think playing in Toronto, playing in like bands like The Color of Soul, or playing with Dave Young's band, or playing with Roy Patterson, and just all the great musicians at U of T. You just got a taste of everything.
Yeah.
So, and then, I remember talking with Herlin Riley in New York, and he's like, "Yeah, you just got to bring everything you know to the table, and that's what gives you your own sound." So it gave me the confidence to just be myself and not worry about it too much.
Are you mentoring young drummers now?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. But I've done workshops for Zildjian and Yamaha from time to time, and that is something I would like to do. There's a couple things on the table for later this year.
Good.
So I'm happy to do that.
Speaking of things coming up, you're at the Jazz Bistro this weekend.
Yes, I am.
Robbie Botush.
Yes.
And Mark Rogers.
Yes.
Talk about that trio, that combination of players.
Wow, we haven't played together in a while.
Yeah.
I think the last thing we did together was the Playground album the new theme. I think that's all of us on that album. And but we have done some things. We've just Mark and Rogers and I've been playing for forever, since 2000, and same with Robbie. And we just love playing together. We want to put this trio together and just do a mix of standards, originals, and just see what happens. We're going to be rehearsing tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're excited about that, and we're even more excited about the shows.
And the rehearsing is just to kind of get the feel. Because the spontaneity and the magic happens, right?
Yes, and that's partly the why I thought these guys would be great for it. Just to do it, go up on stage, do what we do. The rehearsal is just kind of like a hang.
Yeah.
Have some lunch, that kind of thing. Just hang out. 'Cause,
That's the only reason to book the gig. I just wanted some lunch.
yeah, I realize, that's the thing that's great about touring. It's, traveling, seeing the world, great restaurants. Sometimes the gigs get in the way. But, it's fun.
Love it. Hey, are you still doing that cooking thing? Remember you were doing some of those cooking videos?
Oh, hitting in the kitchen.
Yes.
I have not, but there's been a request to start doing them again. So I promise I will start doing that.
I liked them. If you didn't know, Mark was doing some. Was it during COVID?
It was during COVID.
Yeah, during COVID, Mark was doing hitting in the kitchen, doing cooking videos.
Yes.
Stop being so multi-talented, will you?
Well,
if you start tap dancing, I'm really going to get upset.
wow. That would be great. I think I'm gonna stay out of that.
It's been such a treat to see you. Thank you for dropping by, and best of luck this weekend. We're gonna get those seats full down there at the Jazz Bistro for you.
Thank you very much.
That is Mark McLean. You can join him and his trio with Robbie Botush and Mark Rogers at the Jazz Bistro Friday, January 30th, Saturday the 31st. Tickets and information can be found at jazzbistro.ca. And then, of course, what an honor, the great Cy McLean, Mark's great uncle, being honored by Heritage Toronto. So many great things happening from Mark McLean, and as always, it is an absolute delight to have you here. Keep in touch and let us know really quickly after this. What's up for you next?
Actually, next stop is West Palm Beach, and with Michael Feinstein and the Carnegie Hall Big Band. That's on February 4th.
There you go. You can find all the information at his website. In the meantime, here is Mark McLean now with Rock With You on Jazz FM 91. I'm going to start that again because you know what? I had the fader down because we were talking. So here we go. Now we're going to do it. Here is Mark McLean. Rock With You on Jazz FM 91. Live radio, right?
Yes, sir.
There you go.